Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on? Gross. Feed them horses. 3 more pots coming your guys' way. Let's get into it. I'm trying to get under 40 minutes. I'm not going to be doing too much dilly-dallying. Oh yeah, green off. Green off. Sorry, I broke the illusion. And get ready for my camera B, llama pole. Let's get into it, guys. Quick mode. Dipped in. Llama's gonna bite right on this rim. This llama coming up, saying hello, greeting the volcano that just entered our visual display. Right at the bottom. At the bottom edge here, slowly, nice little pull. Our first goal is not to get height, but to equalize those walls. All right, fingers on the inside, you're gonna see them dip out right over top the fingers on the outside. Now you have this bump, and again, you wanna walk that up. And the speed that I like to think about it is like a slug speed, you know? He's trying to get his next meal, but he can only move as fast as a slug can. Or reach into the stars, take that bump for a walk, all the way to the top. Slow down, kiss that rim, there you go. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Right on this top edge here. Get ready to twist this down. Take my 2 hands. And slowly, I'm gonna twist this down and bring this out a little bit. It's a little bit off, so I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna kiss that rim. And we'll see, on some of these, I might have to do a manual twist up here too, just to account for it wanting to fall a little bit later. So when I do the manual twist up, I lift it up, twist it down, there you go. Okay, and we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, there we go, a little skirt on the bottom here, lift that up. There you go, there's number 1, guys. All right, get over here. Camera A. All right. Come on, get off the wheel here. Wedging table. All righty. You'll never not expect a little imperfection in your crafts. That's what makes them, a lot of them, unique. So I'm told. Yeah, you know, I kind of like sometimes there is imperfections in the work, right? There is those, right? And you always want to be trying to diminish those, right? But then sometimes imperfections aren't imperfections. Sometimes they're evaluated and unpursued potential, right? And so that's kind of what I think about, like the pots. And that's usually how they develop, is you kind of find this little trail of potential and you follow it through. Here's the llama biting down on that rim. But you follow that potential and then it generates new forms, it generates new ideas. Even though the rhythm or the genre of pots is all the same, the trees, you end up getting so much other forms or variations. I'm gonna wet that surface one more time, and we're getting ready, because right after this, we're probably gonna be doing a height pull here. So you can see when I'm collaring, I don't do any baby collaring. Like, I'm collaring up that clay. I gain probably like 2 to 3 inches, maybe more closer to 2, just by collaring, right? Collaring is so important. A lot of people use it, I feel like, in a not as much as they could, right? They're not really exerting all the value out of collaring as they could, right? Again, a little bit of water right at the base. I'm not really scared about knocking any of this top stuff off center because I'm pulling that all through anyway. So don't be worried about, you know, kind of spreading out that top and getting it off center, because that's all you're going to do is find this little bump on the bottom here. And you're just going to slowly take this up. Very slow on this top rim, allow it to make those rotations. There you go. You got your nice little cylinder here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Hands on the inside here. Slowly spreading this out. There we go. Kiss that topper in. Okay. On this one, you see how I have a little bit of a buffer before the twist, where the other one was kind of a lower twist. And so on these ones, I like to do some tendrils I feel like would look nice on this particular vessel here, right? And so it's kind of, I think, a lot of throwing, you know, it's all just about reacting to what you're feeling, right? Think of your hands as like these little data cables that are like plugged into the vessel, and, you know, they're talking with the material, right? And so as you're talking with the material, you'll feel like, oh, I need to push a little bit more, or I can do this, or the clay allows me to do a certain thing, right? I had a professor one time, he was always talking about how what the material allows you to do to it. And I actually think before I thought it was a lot of hogwash, but as I started becoming more and more, you know, connected with the material here, I started really understanding kind of what he meant. But I think it's really more of like you're having a little conversation with the vessel here. Somebody said they just ate uranium ore. Interesting. There we go. Again, right underneath. Break this up. The Hulk, yo. I love the Hulk. I keep thinking about making pottery Hulk hands. But not like actually like the Hulk hands, but like pottery vessels that have a bar in them that you hold.
It is me, Mr. Llama. Let's make one last final volcano. Wheel.
Down the bottom here, and I slowly bring this in. There we go. Nice. We got a nice volcano here. My hair has been stuck in my hands this whole time. Alright, let's have a little decoration on the wheel there. A little hair decoration. Alright, now this is where we're taking our hand. You know, we're asking the clay, Clay, you got a quest for us? The clay says, oh yes, we got a quest for you. And I say, what's the quest? Alright, if you really want to know, I want you to take this little bump, right? You see this little bump? And I'm like, yeah, I see that bump. Take it to the top of the vessel. I say, sure thing. Or, in fact, I say, bet. I'm slowly walking this up, right? It's a long quest, but it's a quest that we will inevitably, I can't say that word, win. You know, we'll finish the quest. It may take a little bit longer, but that's okay. And don't think of them as failures, actually. You know, let's think about them as attempts, right? They're all just attempts, right? If you didn't fail, you fail when you quit, right? You don't fail when you're in the middle of something and you're still making attempts, right? That's how I think about it. Kiss that ring.
Send me the energy. What's your favorite fruit? Let me guess.
Apple? I knew it was that. Hello, guys. We're back again with another pottery review. Scouring the land of wheels to find some twisty tree pots. So here I am, ready to review. I'm going to start off with this one. What do we like about this one? Definitely the most unique of the day. I feel like there's a nice little contrast. You know, a little bit wider, a little bit thinner, a little bit wider. And then you got some nice little tree tendrils right on that top edge, functioning as those appendages. And I think this one is really the winner of the day. It's a little bit off on the top, but it doesn't really bother me. And there's a slight little lean to it. You guys see how it's kind of like, meh? I think that one's definitely the winner. We got this one over here. This one, definitely the most mundane of today, but I always say you gotta have the mundane to highlight the extraordinary, right guys? And so, but I think this one's okay. It's a little bit of a lower twist. I had to manually twist this one down because it was starting to get a little bit wobbly. So that manual twist gives it a new point, so it becomes a little bit more sturdy and structural, right? Think of that twist, the tighter it gets, it as a new structural point to base the tension off of, right? And so, but this one's a little bit more basic, a nice little bing, 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 right on the bottom there. And I think it's looking okay. You can kind of see what it looks like from the top up above, so that's kind of interesting, right? And then, that's right, we got this one. This one I think is a little bit nicer, right? You can see the actual tendrils of the tree on this one are a little bit more fine, a little bit tighter, right? I think I got one extra tendril in there, so they look a little bit less compressed and or a little bit finer, right? Because there's more of them. Anyway, I think that I like that this twist, right? If you look at this twist compared to the other ones, this is kind of a looser twist, right? This one's kind of a tighter twist all the way through, and then this one is a loose twist that goes into a tighter twist, then back out, right? And I think that the tendrils on this one functioning as a pattern is so much different than the ones over here, and so I really like how different they all are, right? But I do like that when the pattern functions in this top one here, that it's more of that grass, that foliage that you see on the bottom of a tree, right? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best and strong mentality.